Werewolves, the canine-like monster that we've come to know and fear. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Brookster Watches. Today, we're going to be taking a look at 10 of the creepiest werewolves from around the world on YouTube and TikTok. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I do upload these videos very often. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a walk into the forest. Okay, Wolfpack, so as always, we're going to start with TikTok, and this first one right here is by Eric Wood, and it says Part 8, Werewolf Captured on Camera. So let's go ahead and give it a watch.
On February 2nd, 2004, Michael Lacoma was camping for the weekend around Fresno, California. He grabbed his cell phone and recorded the scenery, which brought him immense peace and tranquility. He soon heard the noise of an animal at the top of a nearby hill. Little did he know that when he went to record the hill next to his campsite, he would capture one of the most bizarre videos involving mysterious cryptids.
Look at the shape up there. What the hell is it? Oh my God.
Oh, wait, I think I remember seeing this once before.
As Michael shows off his campsite, his attention is soon brought to a nearby hill after hearing a strange noise. As he focuses his camera at the top of the hill, he captures a dark creature on two legs leaping back and forth.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, that was creepy as heck.
Where he grabbed his cell phone and recorded the scenery, which brought him immense peace and tranquility. He soon heard the noise of an animal at the top of a nearby hill. Little did he know that when he went to record the hill next to his campsite, he would capture one of the most bizarre videos involving mysterious cryptids.
Yeah, let's zoom in right here.
Look at the shape up there.
Ah.
What the hell is that?
Oh, hell no. I would say, it's a bear, but I don't think bears leap like that.
That ain't right.
As Michael shows off his campsite, his attention is soon...
Definitely not. I don't know, guys. You think that was real? You think that was fake? Let me know in the comments below. This one right here is by Todd Stevens. I'm going to have to read it to you. It says, The Real Werewolf of London. So let's go ahead and give it a watch. It says, between 1933 and 1950, a real werewolf haunted England. Alan Whitcomb, Dennis, was called the Moon. Whitcomb was found guilty of a series of after telling police that the moon does strange things to me. He was eventually connected to 3 unalivings over the 17-year span. At his trial, both Dennis and his sister said he was impacted by the moon and became violent. Was Dennis just mentally ill? Or is there something to the moon affecting him? Like a werewolf curse? I don't know, guys. I think there is such a thing called like lycanthropy. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm not too sure about that, but I don't know, guys. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below. This one right here is by the Folklore Lodge, and it says Creepy Urban Legends. Let's go ahead and give it a watch.
There's a town in Germany named Widlich, and it claims to be the last place that a werewolf was killed. That werewolf was the Morbach Monster. The monster was originally a man named Thomas Schweitzer. He was a deserting soldier from the Napoleonic Army. While passing through Widlich, him and a group of other deserters decided to rob a farm. They were caught by the farmer who, unfortunately, was killed along with his sons. The farmer's wife, who was in shock by all this, decided to curse Thomas. He told him that every full moon he would change into a rabid wolf. Over time, he became more cold and brutal. He started robbing and murdering, just for the fun of it. His bloodlust became too much, so much so that his fellow deserters actually deserted him. He started living in the woods, like a feral animal, and that's when the rumors started to spread. He was being blamed for the killings of livestock and people, until one night he decided to... a girl named Elizabeth. When he was confronted by the villagers, he fled. but he was eventually killed near Morbach. Villagers erected a shrine with a burning candle, and as long as it was lit, the werewolf wouldn't return. So that would be the end of it. However, it's not, because in 1988, a group of US Air Force personnel passed by the shrine while they were heading back to base, and they saw that the candle was extinguished. Knowing about the legend, they decided to mock it. However, later at night when they were back at base, sirens went off. This meant that someone, or something, activated the perimeter sensors. They reported seeing a large wolf-like creature standing on its hind legs before jumping over a 30-meter fence. And to this day, sightings still get reported. So what do you think? Is the legend of the Morbach Monster real, or just another urban legend?
That is crazy! I was born in 1988. You know, I've heard about another werewolf story in 1988. I don't know what it is about that year. But that was crazy. That was actually a really good story. So, hey, if you're on TikTok, make sure you go and give these TikTokers a like, okay? For real. Okay, guys, so this one's actually another one from Germany, and it's by Wild Man History. And it says, so everybody knows that werewolves are fictional, right? I don't know about that. Let's go ahead and give it a watch.
So everybody knows that werewolves are fictional, right? Well, unfortunately, there's this one guy named Peter Stump who quite literally was the werewolf of Bedburg. Unfortunately, we don't know that much about Peter Stump because the 30 Years' War destroyed the local parish records. But we do know the fact that he went by the name of Peter Stump and by Abel Uba Griswold. He was a German farmer in the city of Bedburg, Germany. The only source that really talks about the court case itself comes from a single pamphlet that was translated centuries ago, but it's pretty dark. Like, Christ almighty, just read some of this stuff. It includes him eating his own son's brains out of a incestuous relationship with his daughter. It's insane. So after confessing to various counts of witchcraft, lycanthropy, cannibalism, etc., he was set to be executed on October 31st, 1589. And you know what? It's a pretty up execution. Here's the thing, though. Clinical lycanthropy is an actual psychological condition. If you're interested in what I'm talking about, look up the Austin Harrow case in 2016. It's nuts. Happy Halloween. So everybody knows that
obviously that was posted on Halloween. That is crazy, guys. Wow. Another good one from Germany. What the heck is up with German and their werewolves? Oh, hell no. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below. This one actually is about Irish werewolves. It's by Bertie Brosnan, and it says Irish werewolves, the Fodla. Yeah. Well, let's just give it a watch.
Irish werewolves, known as the Fuela, is deeply rooted in Irish folklore and has been passed down through the generations. According to legend, a person can become a werewolf if they are bitten by another werewolf, or if they were cursed by a powerful magician or witch. Irish werewolves are said to have the ability to shapeshift into wolves at will, usually during the full moon, of course. Unlike other werewolves, Irish werewolves, the Fuela, were not considered to be evil as such, but to be protectors of their communities. In fact, they were particularly protective of children.
Nice.
According to some versions of the legend, Irish werewolves would go to great lengths to keep them safe from harm. An Irish werewolf actually saved a young girl from being attacked by bandits while roaming in the deep woodlands as well. Remember, Ireland would have a lot more woodlands back then. In some versions of the tales, these werewolves were able to communicate with other animals and actually be able to control them at will. There is evidence to show that the belief in werewolves lasted right up into the mid-18th century, and that people were still being persecuted if they showed erratic behaviour around the time of full moon and probably were thrown into hospitals. The real Irish wolves were a common sight in Ireland, first showed evidence 35,000 years ago. However, over time, the wolf population was decimated due to the changing of the landscapes, farming, hunters, habitat loss, and the persecution of humans. It is believed that wolves were completely wiped out from Ireland in the late 1700s or early 1800s. It's quite interesting that the story of Irish werewolves was believed up until around the time that actual wolves were extinct by. Today there are efforts underway to reintroduce wolves to Ireland, with some conservationists arguing that they could play an important role in our actual ecosystem. But there is obvious backlash and opposition to this idea, with some people expressing concerns about the potential impact of wolves and livestock and other wildlife, which is understandable, really. Overall, the mythology of the Irish werewolf is a fascinating and unique aspect of Irish folklore that continues to capture the imagination of people all around the world. When I took a trip to Dublin Zoo in the last 2 years, I just have this thing about wolves and jackals and hyenas and foxes. They kind of have that similar aspect to them. They're like the roaming wild dog as such, you know. There's something about them. There's something alluring about them, and I can see why the mythology grew around werewolves and from the wolves of Ireland. What if I were to say to you, the Fuela, Irish werewolves, dare to protect the communities, especially the most vulnerable, and their children? Would you believe me?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I think that a lot of the dogman / werewolves are protectors. I think that there's just, they're like people. There's some good and there's some bad ones. But that was actually another really good folklore story tale. I really enjoyed that one. And it was rather a nice one where they're more protective than they are vicious, vile, and mean. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Now, this one is another folklore tale, but it's actually an old Danish werewolf folk tale. And it says, and it's by the Northworthy Sagas. So let's go ahead and give it a watch. I'm actually excited about this right here. Dude looks kind of like a werewolf right there. You think he is? Maybe. Just kidding.
We're here to tell you a Danish folk tale. Many years ago, in a little place called Beauregard, there lived a couple. And one day they had to go out on their horse and cart to a nearby village to go and get some hay. Because let's face it, everybody needed hay in those days to feed their animals, and they also needed some wheat to store for winter. And so the man got out one day, he got his favourite horse, we'll call it Jim, and he got a cart, and he got the horse up to the horse rails, and he got the horse ready, and his wife came out. We're going to go and see a man about some wheat and hay. And so she got in and she sat in their little cart and they both sat riding. And, they sat along the way. And some time passed, a few hours, and they came to this little village where a man called Sven was waiting for them. He had hay and he had wheat. And they gave him a few coin and the cart was filled up with sacks of both. But the husband said, I cannot go back with you today, my wife. I have business, and I'll walk back tomorrow. But you must be careful, for roads in the Dark Ages, and the times of the Anglo-Saxons, and the times of the Vikings were very, very tough places indeed, full of bandits, and badgers, and wolves and bears, and all manners of beasts. And so she started to go back on the road, an old dirt road. And she started to hear some rustling in the trees. At first she thought it was nothing, just the wind blowing. The rustling, the sounds got louder. Louder and louder. And suddenly in the forest she saw what looked like a wolf. But it was not an ordinary wolf. Some say it was indeed supernatural, for it was standing on 2 legs. And she knew from that very moment that this was indeed a werewolf. And the werewolf stood up, very tall, and made a werewolf sound. And it charged the lady. Now luckily this lady, the wife of this man, had a pitchfork, and she could keep it back by trying to stab it. And she kept trying to stab the wolf, and the wolf was clawing out with its claws, making howling noises. And no matter what she did, she kept the wolf back, and the werewolf could not attack and get the woman. And she managed to wound it in the arm and the leg. And now she managed to get back home that evening. She was very shook up, and she told the labourers and her relatives who lived with her about this. Oh, that is very strange. I'm sure you agree, I go. And so, the next day came, and her husband came back, the man of the household. But something weird. He was limping, and he had a big wound on his arm. At this very point, the woman knew that he was a werewolf, and the local men chased him away, and he was never seen again.
Oh,
a story from Denmark. Goodbye.
That was a twist.
Hello, we're here.
Oh my gosh, guys, I'm sorry. You might have to really, really listen to that. But I loved how they made their own sounds and stuff. That was a pretty unique one. I liked it. I liked all these folklore ones or these legends and stuff. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. So we have meandered our way over to YouTube now. And this one right here is by Top 10s. And it's called 10 Werewolves Caught on Camera. Now I am going to share a couple of these from this video, but I'm not going to share them all. So you know what to do. You have to go over to their channel, put your paws up on their like button, and watch it all for the full effect. Okay, guys? So let's go ahead and give this clip a watch. This one's called Backyard Werewolf.
Werewolf. So this is another video taken in somebody's backyard. However, this time it's in Florida, USA. A woman reportedly heard something strange in her backyard. That was when she looked out of the window and saw something odd in the bushes. She grabbed her camcorder and started recording. But as she walked out to see what it was, she couldn't identify it at all. As you can see, a black creature appears to be staring right at her with glowing eyes. It's not clear what this is and has led many people to think it's a werewolf. This would make sense, as people who claim to have seen werewolves say they have glowing eyes. The strange thing is, this was taken in Florida, where there's not too many exotic animals.
Right?
Unless you count alligators in swimming pools. But seriously, it seems very strange that nobody was able to identify this despite it being in Florida in a suburban area. Can you guys tell what this is? This clip has baffled the woman who filmed it, me, and millions of others who've seen it. But check it out and let me know what you think it is. Is it a werewolf or something else?
Crazy. Oh, hell no. Oh, no. That is creepy. Oh my gosh, I actually got cold chills with that. Oh, no. Is that its back? Is it like looking like from behind, you know? Oh, hell no. I mean, they do have, like, the skunk ape there, so I don't know why a dog man or a werewolf wouldn't be there, you know what I'm saying? That is creepy. Oh, my God. That is crazy, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, so this is another one by the Top 10s. It's the same video as the last clip. And this one is called The Werewolf of Wessex Way. So let's go ahead and give it a watch.
Next up is the Werewolf of Wessex Way. So in the UK, there's a highway called Wessex Way. It's a very busy highway, and for years at night, there's been reportings of werewolves on the road. Well, in 2007, one of these werewolves was caught on camera. As you can see from this surveillance camera clip, a werewolf appears to run across the road. Now, some have said it could be a different animal, but it hasn't been identified. It was somehow able to run across 4 highway lanes in just 5 seconds. This means it would have been going at ridiculous speeds and couldn't have simply been a deer or a bear. Also, this footage was taken in an area of the UK where there's not many wild animals. Really, the only wild animals are deer, and this clearly was not a deer. First off, it was going way too fast, and secondly, it doesn't even look like a deer. Now, some skeptics have claimed this is fake, but people checked with local authorities and they said it was 100% real. So, do you think there really is a werewolf on this English highway? Or do you think it's another strange, unexplained creature? I have no idea what else this could be if not a werewolf, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Okay, that's definitely a werewolf. Or a dog man. Who else could leap like that and go that fast? I mean, I don't know if a deer could do that, to be honest. Let's zoom in. Oh, it's really hard to tell, to be quite honest. That's crazy. But if there's been actual reports of werewolves there, dog man. Oh. I don't know, guys. What do you think about that? You think that's real? You think it's fake? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, guys, so here is the last one that I'm going to share from this particular video by Top 10s. And this one's called the Brazilian City Werewolf. So, let's go ahead and give it a watch.
mentioned before that Brazil is a hotspot for werewolf sightings. There are hundreds of werewolf reports to cops every year in Brazil, and the first piece of footage on this list was even a video taken in a backyard of a werewolf in Brazil. Well, this sighting of a werewolf captured by surveillance footage is very strange. That is because the werewolf looks very realistic and is taken in a city centre. That's right, this wasn't taken in the country or on a highway, this was in the city where people are. As you can see, a very tall quintessential werewolf appears to be walking around the city centre. Now, it's at night, so there's not many people around and the shops are all closed. But this very mysterious thing was captured on CCTV. The store owner who owns this camera released the footage. So far, nobody knows what this thing is, but some say it's a werewolf. A couple of people said it could be a guy in a costume, but as you can see from the legs, that simply isn't possible. This obviously isn't a human, but is it a werewolf? Let me know what
that was a little bit creepy. Let's go back to the picture, actually. Yeah, guys, I don't know about that.
TV. The store owner who owns this camera released the footage.
Do you think that's fake? You think it was just like edited in? Let me know in the comments below. Okay guys, so this one right here is by Brooke, and it's also called 10 Werewolves Caught on Camera. So let's go ahead, and I'm only sharing one from this one, so you guys know what to do. Go put your paws up on their like button and watch their whole video, okay? Just out of respect, okay? Since I am sharing this and reacting to them, so let's go ahead and give it a watch.
This video was uploaded to YouTube in 2012 by an unknown user. In it we see a woman filming a sunset near an unknown forest. Nothing much happens for the first few seconds of the video. That quickly changes though when the woman hears a strange sound coming from her vicinity. See for yourself what she was able to capture.
I'm scared. What the? Oh, hell no to that. That is creepy.
A creature emerges directly in front of the offer and begins to howl loudly. The woman stands in a shock for a moment before screaming and ending the video. Many people think the video is just CGI, but like always there's also the second group of people.
That looks
so
real
which one are you leaning into?
I don't know, guys. I don't think I don't think that was CGI whatsoever. Nope, nope, nope. I'm out. Oh, hell no to that. No way.
A creature emerges directly in front of the offer and begins to howl loudly. The woman stands in a shock for a moment before screaming and ending the video. Many people think the video is just CGI, but like always there's also the...
I don't know, guys. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Well, everyone, what did you think of those 10 creepy werewolves found across the world? Let me know in the comments below. Have you had a supernatural, paranormal, cryptid encounter that you would like to share? A link, anything like that, send it to me. You can email me or you can put it in the comments below. And as always, Wolfpack, want to give a shout out to all of the members of the channel. Guys, thank you so much for what you do. And if you want to be a member, it's only $2.99 a month. You get your own special perks, badges, emojis, plus I do put out videos for members only. And Wolfpack, don't let negativity get you down, okay? Always think positive, keep going, stay strong. You got this. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving this video a watch. I will see you in the next. Bye.